pikin wey say im mama no go sleep, himself no go sleep. That is the irony and the story of the Fulani Mayatiala cattle breeders. Now, ever since Sunday IGBOHO has arrived, there has been a lot of chaos that the Fulanis are now crying bitterly. Then they cry woto woto. Now, say Sunday IGBOHO is dealing with them, is mercilessly. They deal with them. They said they confirm say Sunday IGBOHO they deal with them. Just some days ago, Sunday IGBOHO, in conjunction with the Kwara State government, has openly declared that any Fulani man seen carrying AK-47 should be dealt with, should be arrested and prosecuted. And the state government has also come out to ban open grazing at night. If today is your first time of coming across this YouTube channel, please kindly like this video, please share it, comment for more political discourse. Now back to our discussion. What is a Fulani man doing with gun AK-47? Who gave the Fulani man immunity to go about with guns and with don't also carry gun AK-47? And yet the government is not coming out to address that important issues. The government is not looking for a lasting solution to curb this Fulani menace. So now it is gotten to a point where since the government has refused and have negated the people need to stand up, rise up, and defend themselves. They have to defend themselves because that is the only way to stop this shenanigan. Now they are crying that Sunday IGBOHO does not have the political right to ban them from carrying gun and from wearing their cattle at night. The question is that why would a Fulani man be wearing cattle at night? What is he looking for in the bush? What is there in that bush that will make you go to the bush at night and say you want to wear you are wearing cattle? And even in the Western world, you don't move cattle from one place to another place. There's a place allotted for your cattle. Nigeria is not the only country that has cattle. In Holland has the highest numbers of cow across the world. And ever since, and you know here, or we've not heard that today, Holland said there is communal clash. That today cow is being moved from one particular state to another particular state. It is not done that way. Holland, there's always a ranch for them. But in Nigeria, the reverse is the case because these people have an hidden agenda. These people have a motive. These people have a corporate agenda, and that is why everything they are going about with AK-47 and at night to wear cow. And yet the government is silent about it. And yet the government will come out and tell us it is a communal clash. And why bandits, the Fulani militias, are going about killing people? Now, if not for Sunday IGBOHO intervention in Kwara State, in conjunction with some local vigilantes that say any Fulani man who is seen with cattle and with gold should be dealt with. So we want the people to close their eyes and watch while the Fulani militias are taking over the structures of Kwara State. It is so disheartening that even the primary function of government, which is to protect life and properties, the government has now neglected it to the common man. The government has neglected it to the common man. because this is the responsibility of the government. The government is supposed to make sure that every person in their state, at the local level, at the state level, is secure, and yet they are not doing anything towards it. Nothing. Rather, stylishly, some of them are even supporting the Fulani herdsmen in their states, because when there is attack, the government of that state will not come out and condemn the actions of the Fulanis. Rather, some of them will come out and pretend that it is just a communal clash between two villages. We've seen that countless times. We've seen that countless times. And now that Sunday IGBOHO has said no more night cattle rearing and nobody should be seen with AK-47, the military leaders are now coming out to cry that Sunday IGBOHO is killing their cow. They are crying that Sunday IGBOHO boys is killing their cows, but the Fulanis are not coming out to tell the world the truth, that people that have been alive, people that have been fired by these military leaders, what has happened to them? So you are saying that the life of a cow is more important, is more superior than the life of human being. For this, I am in support of any actions that will be taken by Sunday IGBOHO and the local vigilantes. Enough of this shenanigan. It must end. Some days ago, Okeodo, in the far away Kwara State, Fulani ransacked everywhere. By people in that community, nobody was safe. And now, because the local vigilantes and Sunday IGBOHO have not put measures to checkmate you, you are crying. You are crying, saying Sunday IGBOHO hates Fulani. Why would Sunday IGBOHO hate the Fulanis? If the Fulanis are doing the needful, if you guys don't have an hidden agenda, will Sunday IGBOHO come up with such policy? So I think every state needs to follow suit to ban night grazing, and then anyone seen with AK-47 should be dealt with. Anyone seen with AK-47 should be dealt with, because the government has told us that we should fight ourselves, that they are not ready, and they are not ready to listen to our cry. So if you know you cannot abide with the rules in someone's community or someone's land, then leave the land and go back to Katsina, go back to Kano, go back to Zamfara, go back to your region. Because the people cannot sit down and watch you destroy their lives and their means of livelihood, and yet you don't want them to say anything about it. It's not possible. It's not possible at all. That see, Fulani herdsman would go to the farm and then would go with AK-47 to kill people, and yet you don't want people to take action. It's not done that way. It's not done that way. We should tell ourselves the truth, that even if you are not a supporter or a fan of Sunday IGBOHO and the local vigilantes on this, they are right. There was a report that came out just some days ago that see, Fulani herdsmen has collected over 2.6 trillion naira ransom from people. Ransom for people. So despite with these facts, you still want the people to be docile and watch them being fired by some by some hooligans, just because they claim they they are cattle breeders. The Fulani does not have monopoly over any other tribe. The Fulani should know that they don't have monopoly, and their cow is not worth the life of the people they are killing. So the Igboho has even told you to leave the state. What he said was that no night grazing, and if you want, don't graze with guns. Is it too much to ask? You are saying if you don't graze with gun, that people might attack you. If you don't have evil mindsets, if you don't perceive evil, the people of 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 other states will not just come and attack you. That means you've done something for them to attack you. And these people will not just sit down with their two eyes closed and watch you take over their land, because we know the direction you are going to. We know the direction you are heading to is the Fulani conquest, and the Fulani, the same way Usmanafodo conquered ILORIN. Now you are pushing a narrative to do the same. To do the same. So on this, nobody should come out and condemn the people if they stand up on their own and fight for themselves. Because to me, it seems the government of the day is afraid of these bandits. Because if they are not afraid of the bandits, why have they refused to proscribe them as a terrorist organization or a group? That see, it will take the efforts of non-state actors to safeguard themselves. That is to take the efforts of just one man to issue order, and the Fulanis are now crying. They are panicking. But when they fight people, nobody is saying, is calling you guys to order. Nobody has come out in the north to condemn your actions. But now that Sunday IGBOHO and the local vigilantes have come out to say enough is enough, enough is enough. Now, when I come, they cry. They say Sunday IGBOHO is killing your cow. He's not killing your cow. What he said that you cannot graze at night. Night grazing in Kwara State is banned. And then going about with God also is banned. If you want to graze, there's a place allotted or allocated for you to graze and do your business. If you have pure intentions, the people will not sit and allow this monster to take over their land and not do anything. It is only a bastard that will sit and argue that his land is being taken off, that everything that belongs to him is being taken off by the Fulani, and sit and watch and remain idle. It is impossible. So on this, I am in support of the total ban of the night grazing by the Fulanis. If they are not comfortable with it, let them go back to their village, go back to your region. That is it. Thank you. The truth is finally out. Now that the Finnish government has declared the CDS of Nigeria, Musa, a terrorist now, what is the next phase of the lie? What lies can the government tell Nigerians? Now that Samonepa is no longer in the picture, because it has always been pictured that Samonepa is the cause of insurgency in Southeast, and now that insurgency has stopped in Southeast, and now that the Finnish government has vindicated Samonepa, that those sponsoring insecurity and terrorists in the country are those some persons in the military. Now, where would CDS Musa bury his shame? because a group of people are saying we want to exit the country. Because the Igbos are saying they are tired of the contraption called One Nigeria. That this One Nigeria, it will not work, and then it has not been working. It has been a country full of lies, propaganda, and shame. That has always been how it is from. So I am not surprised that the Finnish government has now come out to say CDS Musa is a terrorist for all the atrocities he has been, for all the atrocities he has committed in disguise of pretending to keep one Nigeria. And that one Nigeria has caused a whole lot of catastrophe in the country. Just some days ago, a notorious bandit that was declared wanted was seen in Katsina State with top government officials going for peace talk. Between Mazi Samonepa and that terrorist, who is more deadly? But here we are today. Mazi Kanu is still in detention. Kanu is still in detention because of the Igbophobia, of the hate. If Samonepa happens to be from the Fulani extraction, Samonepa would not be a terrorist. I can beat my chest because we've seen Fulani militias that have been given amnesty. We've seen Fulani militias that have been integrated into the society. Now that Finland have been to the ICC, Nigeria should immediately hand over CDS Musa for custody. Because the French government have done their own findings too. And they've seen that something is pushing under the ground. That this man has a connection with these Fulanis, has a connection with these bandits, has a connection with these terrorists. So if they are sincere, they should hand over CDS Musa to ICC for questioning. Because now that the French government has done their own conclusion, I've seen that CDS Musa himself is not innocent in this. Nigeria cannot pretend as if they are not aware that CDS Musa has been declared wanted by ICC and the Finnish government. No matter how they tend to die the matter, it is in the social media space. Everybody has seen it that CDS Musa has been declared wanted by ICC and the Finnish government. No matter how the Nigerian government want to die this matter, but they are very quick to declare Samonepa and IPOB a terrorist group. Now that the Finnish government and the ICC has declared CDS Musa a terrorist, why is the story not online? Why is the story not flying online? Because they themselves are also part of people championing insecurity and terrorism in the country. And that is why I say that anybody that speaks against the vision of the country, they will do everything possible to take that person off the hook. They will do everything possible for them to take that person off the hook. That is why I see that Mazi Kanu has been in detention. And the Finnish government, they were so gullible to be used by the Nigerian government. They were just too gullible. Because if they were not gullible, why would a country like Nigeria comes to tell you that Samunepa is the one sponsoring insecurity all the way from Finland, and you sit your ass down in Finland and you believe them. But there are some rumors that the envelope also change hand. You know Nigerian story now. You know Nigerian government, that Nigerian government, anything that Nigerian government cannot do to bribe does not exist. I am very sure that the government have bribed the Finnish courts, and that is why I say that Samunepa was wrongfully accused and sentenced. Now that the appeal court is now coming out to reverse all your stuffs. It is now a very clear indication that Samunepa is innocent of all the charges leveled against him, because the Finnish government has come out to indict CDS Musa, saying that CDS Musa is the major financier of insecurity in Nigeria, and it should be tried by ICC, not just local courts. It should be tried by ICC. Enough of all these presents. We know that this one Nigeria, it can never work. No matter how we tend to rub our heads, no matter how we tend to try to patch things up, that one Nigeria cannot work.